Okay, now we're going to install the Intellivision pack to your Xbox. So FTP into your Xbox, and then navigate to where CoinOPS is. So this goes into CoinOPS. I've got CoinOPS 8 Massive on here, so open that up. And then over here inside the pack, you want to transfer the moves, ROMs, consoles, saves, and saves backup. So those will transfer directly over. So I'll right click and then transfer selected, and that will take not long, maybe a minute, because these are pretty small games and the moves files are just text files. They're actually like little notepad files. And then I'll show you how to transfer the videos, which you just want to make sure they go in the right folder. So that's all the games and everything. The videos are actually bigger. So in CoinOPS, the videos you have video folder for all the consoles. That makes them load faster. So go to the Intellivision one, open it up, and then that's where you drop your videos. So you could just click the first one and then shift click the bottom one, which is Zaxxon at 119, and then transfer selected. This will take longer than the games. The videos are bigger than the games. Okay, that took maybe 2 minutes to install all the videos. Now you're ready to go. So we're going to go to the Xbox. Okay, I just rebooted my Xbox here. But if you go down to emulators and then CoinOPS 8R3, you open that up. It'll boot, and then you can look for the Intellivision games. Now, I have mine sorted by name and console. You see the Game Boy games, and the next is the Master System. So the Intellivision games aren't there yet. So what you need to do is you need to rescan all your games. So press the Start button on your Xbox controller, and then go down here to the bottom where it says Scan All Your Games. Press A, and now you're going to wait. This is going to take, depending on the size of your CoinOPS build, it could take 15 minutes-ish. So there's 119 games, 119 of the about 140 Intellivision games in here. I'll just kind of go through them real quick. These are all playable, and I mapped them all to play with your original Xbox controller. So Tetris, Backgammon, AD&D, then Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, Airstrike, Armor Battle, Astro Smash Meteor, which is it's kind of a prototype game that was never really released. Atlantis, Auto Racing, Beam Rider, Beauty and the Beast, Blockade, and there's a lot. There's 119. Boxing, Brickout, Bump and Jump, Burger Time, Buzz Bombers, Carnival, Centipede, Tennis, Checkers. I mean, there's a lot on here. I'm just gotta go through them real quick. Dracula, that's a very cool game actually. You actually get to play Dracula in this game. It's actually a fun game. Grid Shock, that's another unfinished game that's on here. As well as King of the Mountain. Kool-Aid Man is actually, I think everybody says, a horrible game, but it's playable. It's on here. I played this a lot when I was a kid. The Poker and Blackjack. Major League Baseball. I played that when I was a kid. That's on here and works. When I say they work, I mean they're actually playable. So they're playable with the controller. Even NFL football. Let's see, Night Stalker. That's a cool game I remember having when I was a kid. As well as the Pitfall. Safecracker, Sea Battle. Kind of just touch on some of the ones that I really like. The Snafu's pretty cool. That's a cool game. I had Space Armada, I had Space Battle when I was a kid. Those are fun. This is one of those super rare games. It's on here. It plays. honestly don't think it's a very fun game, but it's on here and plays. I had this. That's a cool game. That's actually a fun game. You play the penguin. I remember playing Venture a lot when I was a kid. Whitewater, Warm Whopper. That's actually a pretty funny game too. It has a kind of Plants versus Zombies feel, kind of. If you're shooting these little worms. And then Zaxxon. So those are the games. I just want to show you some of the things you do when you go to play it. So in this pack, like I said, you had to remap all the controllers. So if you hit the start button in CoinOPS, it brings up this little settings menu. If you go down to Game Moves List and hit the A button, that actually brings up on the left-hand side here a screen. It tells you about the game. This is AD&D, the system. And then I typed out kind of the goal of the game. And then, for example, for the Intellivision games, you guys probably remember you can select the difficulty when you start. You can still do that here. So you push the start button, it's easy. The white is medium. The black is hard. It tells you the how do you move during the map screen, because there's two screens. With the map screen, you move with your right thumbstick. Once you're inside the mountain, you move with your D-pad, and then you count your arrows with the B, you pick them up with the X, you run with the A, and then to get out, you push the Y. That's to climb up the ladder. And when I mapped all these out, I tried to, see, okay, what's intuitive with the controllers. So like Y, which is the top, kind of the top button here, it made sense to me that, hey, you're going to climb out with the Y button. Okay? You just hit the back button to get out of that moves list. I'm going to go ahead and start this and just give you just a touch of gameplay on this and maybe another game so you can see how it plays. Usually these games boot up pretty quick. So if I hit the start button, you can see the mountain is gray. That's the easy level. I'll just go back. If I hit the white button, the mountain's blue. That's the medium level. So let me just hit the start button. Now the right stick moves you around this map screen. Once you go over a colored mountain, you get zoomed into the mountain. Here you're walking with just the D-pad. If I push the D-pad and the A button, then you're running. You can hear the bat in the background. If you hit the X button, you pick up those arrows. And to fire, you push the right analog stick the direction you want to fire, right? Which I kind of want to kill that bat because it's like driving me nuts. So then it's gone. And if I want to count the arrows, the B button to count the arrows. And I'll just, oh, okay, there. I killed him. And then the Y button, boom, I'm out. I'm back to the mountain screen, so I can go to another mountain and go through and get different things. That's a really cool game. So to get out, back, just resets it and you stay within the Intellivision, and then hit back and start just like any CoinOPS game, and you'll get back out to the menu. So that's AD&D, which plays, it's a fun game. I had that game and it was just fantastic. I played it a lot when I was a kid. Another one I'll show you is the Astro Smash. That's, I think, a really, really cool game. It's kind of a combination between, I don't know, asteroids and, is it asteroids and Space Invaders maybe? A little bit, that kind of feel. That kind of game I think would have been cool or really popular if it was in the arcades. I just think it's got a great feel to it. Anyway, so I hit the start button, I'll just start up so you can move. X is your auto fire on, which is cool. The B button is your hyperspace. So if you're like, oh, you know, you get in kind of trouble or something, you can hyperspace out of it. Y turns your auto fire off, and of course just A fires, and then, you know, boom, you know, it goes. So that this plays great, and you could. This was one of those games you could play forever. And one nice thing with this pack is you can actually pause the game So if you push so a game like this could go a long time. So if you wanted to pause it, you push the right thumbstick button, just push it, and basically that allows you to adjust the screen size with the analog sticks. Now, you can adjust the screen size, which is great, but you can also use it to pause it. So you pause the game, then you just hit the back button once, just once, and then you're back in the game. That's actually a really cool feature. Just generally playing this on the on CoinOPS is that you can do that. Anyway, so I'll just get back out of that. So there's two really cool games that are on there that are playable. They're all 119 are playable. The ones that I really like, the A&D, the Armor Battle, that's a 2-player game. I love that game. The baseball, the football, Night Stalker, Pitfall, Pong, which is cool. Thin Ice. Just a lot of cool games on there. So I just wanted to share this and show people. I know a lot of people really like the old Intellivision, but it was kind of hard to play on a modern console. This isn't too modern, but it, you know the original Xbox, and it plays just fine. So anyway, there's that. Hope you guys have fun and maybe enjoy it. All right, bye.